Feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or like it's too late to reinvent yourself? Trust me, it's not. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 simple ways that you can start fresh, glow up, and be the best version of yourself without breaking the bank. So, whether you're looking to level up your mindset, your style, or your overall life, this video is for you. So, grab a seat, get a notebook, a pencil, and get ready to dive deep into these 5 simple steps to help you become the better version of yourself. Before you begin your glow up, it's important to understand where you are right now. So, step number 1 is going to be having self awareness. You need to figure out where you are right now in your life. So, that means looking at things that are your strengths, right? Your weaknesses, things that you need to really start working on, things that you love about yourself, things that you don't like about yourself. And this is not always that simple. So, this might take a little bit of time. I find that journaling is the best way to do that. So basically, writing down all the things that you really love about yourself and perhaps writing down the things that you don't like, because it's important to know where you at so that you know where you want to be. So, self awareness is huge. Whether that means you're just journaling or you decide to seek therapy, which I highly recommend. If you have the opportunity to go to therapy, I think you should. I know that there's always been stigma, but people are becoming more and more understanding that it is something that is not generally a bad thing to seek therapy. I grew up in an environment where going to therapy was looked down upon, but I didn't let that deter me. I knew that I needed to become more self aware. So I sought therapy. And again, just kind of journaling and writing down things about me, things that made me upset, things that made me happy, was really the first step that I encountered when I started to become the best version of myself. So trust me, you want to become more self aware in order to become the better version of yourself. So now that you know where you are, it's time to figure out where you want to be. So reinventing yourself, it's not just changing who you are and leaving that behind, but it's more focusing on the person that you want to become and the person that you were meant to be. So step number 2 is to set intentions and goals. And by this I mean perhaps make a vision board. Perhaps start writing and journaling the things that you want very specifically. So, not just saying something like, oh, I just wish my life were better. Okay, but what does that look like? Does that mean you want a promotion at work? Does that mean you want a relationship? Maybe if you're in a relationship, you would want to be engaged. Like you need to be more specific about what it is that you want. Because once you have a clear goal in your mind, it's easier to work towards it. So I would highly recommend making a list of exactly what it is that you want for your life. So again, making that vision board has been that's the step that I used. I felt that making a vision board was very precise, and nowadays they even sell they sell little notebooks that you can get all the pictures of things that you want, whether it's financial, relationship, things that you want in your home. They sell amazing little notebooks for vision boards. So I would highly recommend using one of those, but again, writing it down. So again, step number 2 is to be very clear and set intentions and goals. Now, your glow up is not just external, it's about feeling amazing on the inside as well. So, nourishing your mind, your body, and your soul is key in your glow up. So, step number 3 is going to be cultivating healthy habits. And that can be as simple as drinking more water throughout the day, perhaps swapping that cookie for an apple. If when you go to work, don't park as close. When you go to the store, park further away and get those extra steps in. It's important that we start putting in more movement in our body because that does help. And those little healthy habits, eventually you start adding to them. And again, not just physical, but also taking care of our minds. So if that means perhaps being more mindful, journaling, meditating. And again, small steps. You don't want to feel like you're overwhelming yourself, but you want to make sure that you're incorporating small changes into your everyday life because those little small healthy habits are going to really help you in your glow up journey. So, part of the glowing up is also taking risks and making some changes. So, step number 4 is to embrace change and step out of your comfort zone. I know that sometimes we are very hesitant to try new things because we're scared, but truly, when you start to step out of your comfort zone, whether that's learning something new, you want to pick up a new hobby, you want to start, learning more about a certain topic. When those little changes start to come, you're going to see a glow up in yourself. You will not grow as a person if you are in the same place. And that is something that I learned when I was maybe in my early 30s to mid 30s, that there was no possibility of me becoming a better person if I wasn't willing to take risks. So you have to be okay with stepping out of that comfort zone. And for me, that was, well, if I wanted to try a new restaurant and maybe I didn't have someone to go with, I started to go with, by myself. I just got dressed. I would sit at the bar and go try that new restaurant. I wasn't scared to try things that maybe I wasn't comfortable with. I would go, and I started hiking a couple years ago. I would go with my daughter to like a state park and just kind of walk around and just be out in nature. So again, embracing change, trying something new for you, because everybody's in a different place. So don't feel that embracing change, you have to go and do what somebody else is doing. For you, embracing change could be just, maybe talking more to someone at work. It could be being a little more social. It could be spending more time with yourself, journaling. Those little changes is where you're going to see that you make a lot of your glow up. So don't be scared to take risks. And finally, step number 5 is going to be to celebrate your progress, to celebrate your wins. Now, look, glowing up is not a destination, okay? It is a journey. I wouldn't say that I am completely there. I would say that it is an everyday kind of thing. So celebrate the little wins. If you got up early today, celebrate that. If you stuck to a new routine for a week, celebrate that. You are doing such great work. And I think that we oftentimes don't give ourselves grace for the changes that we make. So if your goal was to perhaps be more social at work and speak to 1 or 2 people this week, celebrate that. Give yourself the opportunity to be okay with the small changes that you make, right? Because you don't want to say like, oh, until I hit this point, I'm not going to be happy with myself. You need to be able to just give yourself that grace and celebrate those little things that you have achieved so far. And there you have it, 5 simple ways to start your glow up journey, to start fresh and become the better version of yourself. So it is time to take action and start loving yourself. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment letting me know what part of this journey you are most excited about. But until then, I'll see you next time. Till then, keep on shining and keep on glowing. Bye.